Alright, welcome back to another video. It is currently 5:30 AM. We're about to head off on our bike packing trip. I still haven't completely finished packing, which is not ideal considering we leave in like 25 minutes, but I'm getting there. I've got the list that Dom gave me, so I'm just trying to get through the list and try and work out what I need, pack it all up. Just thinking I'm going to have most of my like clothes and stuff for like when we stay at night and the camping and the bit all up the front here. I'm going to have a few of like the heavier stuff in the back, like my shoes and stuff, and then the kind of at the rear end of this have a few jackets and little bits and bobs that are easy to access while I'm riding, so kind of like a few extra riding clothes and stuff. Then in here I've got all my spares. I've got some cramp gels, just a few bars and bits and bobs, got a hat, and I'm also going to take my drone, and I've also got this little light and stuff as well for when we go through all the tunnels. And I'm also just trying to work out how many sets of kit I need to take. I'm thinking I'm just going to start with one set of kit. I'm going to take one spare set of kit, and then I'll be able to wash that kit at the campsite when we get there tonight or tomorrow. Alright, I'm almost packed up. It actually didn't take as long as I thought. Obviously we're not taking that much stuff, so yeah, it didn't take too long, and everything was kind of already organised. But I do advise you, if you're leaving at 6 AM and you got to get up at 5, don't go out to the pub until midnight the day before. Pretty silly idea. So basically this is what the rig is currently looking like. I've got a full toe peak bag range, so I've got 10 litres at the front, 4.5 here, and 15 litres on the back, but I'm probably only using about 10 of it. Got my Windspace G2, obviously the frame. I got Vittoria wheels, Schwalbe G1 all rounds, 40mm tyres. I got 2 small bottles in the bottle cages and then 2 big ones on the forks. Got my Garmin head unit up the front. What else is going on? Fully charged my DO2 last night just to be sure, because you never know. And I've got my little Blackburn tyre bacon strips. They just kind of sit there behind the seat tube. And yeah, that's pretty much the rig. I'll grab a scale and we can see how much it weighs, because it definitely ain't light. Okay, where can I measure this from? Oh my god, that's heavy. 17.9 kgs. Holy moly. I thought it was going to be about 15 kgs. That is a heavy, heavy rig. .03k in, we've averaged 24k an hour, 2 hours, 20 minutes. How long have we got to get there?
3 hours from here.
3 hours from here? Yeah. How long have we got to the ferry leave? 5 hours?
Yeah, 4 hours for chicken.
Oh yeah, sweet. How'd you find the wind, Caleb? Wasn't too bad. Mate, you and that fence were becoming good buddies, eh?
Mate, I was looking at the far point.
Yeah. Oh.
And then like, I was like on the line track and my wheel like just buckled under itself.
How about Tom coming onto that bridge, eh?
Yeah, that was the worst part by far. Righto, we are 107 kilometers in, 4 hours and 40 minutes. Just heading into, I think we're in Lower Hutt at the moment, so yeah, not long to go. I think we've got like 2.5 hours until the ferry leaves, so we're just gonna kind of cruise around and have a look around. We're just going to Wellington City. It is currently 12:12, so lunchtime. We're going to go and get some Subway. We've been riding for 5 hours, 18 minutes, 126 kilometers for the first stint of our journey. Saving the ride.
I don't feel like losing.
Right, save ride. 128k. Not a bad start. How we feeling, Derek?
Pretty good, actually.
130k in the legs.
Yeah.
We got what, 25k after dinner?
Yeah, dinner, 25 k's. Nice beer.
Nice,
bed.
nice bed, bed. Have a shower.
Yeah.
I'm pretty keen for a shower.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be the telling sign.
Yeah, tomorrow we got a pretty big climb tomorrow, and then what is it? Like 160 odd k, depending if we do the loop.
Yep.
And then hopefully meet up with some people in Nelson. And then Sunday's gonna be, the weather's not looking good for Sunday, so we're gonna have to hopefully rip back.
We'll worry about that one later.
And Caleb,
Oh yeah, not too bad, eh?
legs on.
Yeah, doesn't feel like it's on 130 yet.
No, it doesn't, eh?
No.
Feeling pretty good. Stuck Dom on the front for dinner,
Yeah.
on dinner duty. Gonna go find a pub and some grub.
Yep.
It's a Keno Road. 9:20 p.m. and we are still riding. Oh yes, just what we need. Another climb. 6.5 hours in. Why not? Sitting at 358 watts. Just what we need. We've done, well, I've done 11.8k in 55 minutes. How good. I literally can't even see you. It's 10 o'clock. We've only just made it to the first night's accommodation. We're running tad late. We had to like push on for like the last 15k, just probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get here. But yeah, this is our little room for the night. So yeah, we're staying in a little beach town called Itakino or something like that anyway. So try and have a shower, get some of the kit washed, and then head off tomorrow, probably around 7 or 8 AM. But yeah, that's going to be the end of day one. I'll see you in day two. Oh, straight into day two. And big bottle and forks. Right, so yesterday ended up being about 155k, so obviously 130k, 5.5 hours from us into the Wellington ferry, and then we had picked into where we stayed tonight in Atakiwa, and that was an extra 24k. We were on like a single track, and it was really good fun. It was getting like really dark, and we're on the single track, and I didn't have a light, so I had to borrow one of Dom's, and then it was just taking ages. I think it took us like 48 minutes to do 9k, so we ended up having to jump on the road, and then we ended up having to work pretty hard to get here on time. But today's plan is, this is the route here on Strava. We have 170k, 3,100 meters of elevation gain, and the majority of it is on gravel and single track, so I think it's going to be a pretty big day. I'd say probably a good 7+ hours on the road. I didn't see the 40.4k in, 1 hour 48 today, so we're kind of tracking along, doing a little bit of sightseeing today because we're in no rush to get to any ferry or anything, so we're kind of just taking a look around as we go. So we've probably got another 5 hours to go.
Nah, right onto the rock.
You gonna jump in?
Yeah, right here.
4 hours, 7 minutes in, 65.98 kilometers on the clock, and we've averaged 16 kilometers an hour so far.
Wahoo!
And this is our current state. My bag broke on the way up, so we've had to cable tie it all back together, but nothing seems to have fallen out. And yeah, it's been pretty slow moving. Had to do a lot of walking the bikes for the last probably 2 or 3k up the hill, and now everyone's shattered. I had 4 bottles with me, and now I've got about a quarter of 1 bottle. It's like 200 ml, and we're about 14 kilometers away from Nelson, having lunch. So I never did kind of like a round off of the last day, but pretty much we rode in the pouring rain the whole way back on the road. We didn't do any of the gravel roads, just pretty much the road the whole way back from Nelson to Picton, just in the pouring rain for 5 hours. So yeah, that was pretty cracking after the pretty big day we had the day before, just going up that climb. That climb was just absolutely mental. I don't think I've ever been up. It's like longer than the longest climb in the whole of the Wairarapa, like lengthwise, but it's just like really knobbly little rocks, and you just slip. In the last few K, you just like get your momentum and then just slip, and then you had to walk, and then you'd finally find a space that you can ride again, and then you'd slip, and then you ended up walking again. It was just virtually impossible. And I was really enjoying that climb for like the first 2/3 of it, and then, you know, the 7th time I slipped off and then had to walk, I was getting pretty sick of it. So luckily the top came within a few K, no more walking. And then the descent was even crazier. It was like an average of like 18% the whole way down, just like this really rough rock, just sliding around the whole time, just holding on for dear life. Like the brake pads must have been so hot by the time we got to the bottom. But yeah, that was like 7k the whole way down. There's absolutely no way we'd been ride up that hill with like the weight that we had on the bikes and the gear ratio, because we're running 1:1, so I had a 42 chainring on the front and a 42 on the back. To get up there you need like 38 on the front minimum, but like it's just so steep. But yeah, looking back, it was a really cool experience, really cool climb, but like by the end of it I was like, I never want to see this hill again. But looking back, it was actually a pretty cool experience. It'd be really good to go up there with a smaller gear on. If I had a 38 on the front, I think you could kind of keep that momentum going rather than just trying to torque your way up there the whole time. But yeah, the trip was a massive success. I think the boys really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was my first like bike packing trip. Obviously we didn't do any camping, we just kind of stayed at like little Airbnbs and top 10 holiday parks the whole time, which is real cool. I'm real keen to do another one in the summer. I'd love to do one of these trips with like a few subscribers from New Zealand. I don't know if any of you guys that watch the videos are into a bit of gravel riding and bike packing, but I've got a 3 or 4 day trip up the east coast of the Wairarapa, up into Hastings and up into Napier booked, and I'd love to get a subscriber or 2 or 3 along. If you guys are keen, so let me know about that in the comments below. But if you haven't liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already.